Hello and welcome to another Blender Know-How tutorial. In this video, we're going to be once again taking a look at a list, but we're going to be doing it differently. The main purpose of this one is actually math operators within Python, and we've talked a little bit about this before, but I guess it's a kind of a combination of math and list, because sometimes as you're working within Python or Blender, you're going to want to do bulk like a lot of operations at once, just to make it simpler, make your code cleaner. And so this is a good opportunity to maybe look at that. I just opened up Blender, go into the scripting tab, and I'm just going to look in the console. Let's make a list. We've learned this before, so let's just do my list. Wow. And do it's equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's take a look at this and we can say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objects. We know there's 5 because we counted one by one. But now if we just do my list, it'll output them. You can do length of my list, and it will just give you the length. So sometimes when you're putting in objects for math operations, you might want to say, like, for instance, 5 times the length of my list, which is 25. However, there is some other cool things that you can do. For instance, what if you wanted to multiply each of these numbers within themselves? So like a 1 times 2, and then 2 times 3, and so on. What would that be? Well, I don't know. That's a lot of math, and I can't do that just in my head with right now. If you give me some time, I probably could. However, the easy thing you could do here would be to write a for loop for my list, or I should name it number in my list. So we're just saying there's a number, and this can be any variable you want. We're just saying there is going to be a variable inside of this. So we're going to name this number, each one of these number, and it's going to increment and go to the next one every time in my list until it reaches the end. So I'm going to put colon there, and it indented because Python is indent dependent. And now we are just going to take, let's name a variable. It's going to be product is equal to our, product, or multiply. I like that one better. Multiply times our number. And enter twice. It says multiply is not defined. That is actually 100% correct. That's my bad. So what we need to do is we need to go multiply is equal to 0 or 1. Oh, it would have to be 1 because 0 times a number would always be 0. So let's do times by 1. So that should work. I'm trying to think through. Yeah, that should work for sure. Sweet. So now what we can do is call our for, and you can just hit the up arrow until you get that, and then just hit your up arrow or down arrow, and then hit to multiply equals multiply times number. Enter twice, and now we can do print, or we can just do multiply. And I'm assuming that that is correct. That 1 times 2 should be 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. Times by 5 is, in fact, 120. So you can always just go back and change these things, and it will work every time. So hopefully you enjoyed this. There is some other things you can do with lists. This is an easy way of doing so. Good luck with your more of your list manipulation and math operations, I guess. And we'll see you next time on Blender Know How.